Hey guys, it's Tuesday afternoon and we have another Speedway Chat Show. Here's my mate Chelsea.
Yes, good evening, Jerry. Welcome to Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Can only mean one thing. Speedway Chat Show.
Yeah. So it's been an exciting weekend for sure. First two rounds of the Grand Prix. What did you think, Chelsea?
Super excited about it. Obviously there's some talking points which we will obviously discuss later on, which, makes for any motorsport, doesn't it? A little bit of controversy. Look, let's get straight into it. The racing was first class. It's what I think we've all craved for this year. I think there was some wicked races in there, some great skill, some surprises. There was, people that performed just the way I think they should have, and they probably expected to, if that makes sense. But there's no going past Artem and Magic. They were clearly the two better riders over the two nights, and hence their first and second in the World Championship, and rightly so, regardless of the information we got, which we will share with some people, or share with you guys later. But look, Speedway's got to be the winner. That was my dog. Speedway's got to be the winner. Jesus, sorry about that. Speedway's got to be the winner. It was a great advert for the sport. So yeah, it's a win-win for Speedway.
Definitely some of the best racing that I've seen in a long time. Not just this season, but it was top draw, as some people say.
Yeah, look, it's out of the top drawer. I see what you did there, Jerry. Look, I think it didn't let anyone down. I think the whole concept of the Friday and Saturday back to back was obviously going to be experimental. And track conditions. Yeah, we heard a little bit about the track on the next night not being up to it. But look, we'll talk about that throughout the show, and deep dive into the conversations I've had. I spoke to a few people today that were at the Grand Prix, that were involved in the Grand Prix. So look, I've learned a bit about those two nights. So first and foremost, as Jerry normally says, let us know where you're watching from. Get involved tonight. I think everyone should have their say about what they thought about arguably the weekend and things that have been said, and we're going to try to clear as much of that up as we can possible, because the original Speedway Chat Show broke the tyre thing to most of you guys first, and we'll delve into that at a bit later. But first and foremost, great racing, Jez, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And just a quick one before we carry on with the rest of the show is the Gold Stars thing is still going. If we can hit 2,000 Gold Stars, we will give away a Speedway Chat Show hat.
I'd love a hat, Jerry. How do I win?
Before, and Chelsea still doesn't have one. Chelsea still doesn't have one. We've just got one from Dixie Dean, 50 stars, which is
Cheers,
much
Dixie.
Appreciated.
Bring a fork up here, Dixie, if you're not far away.
Yeah. And also we've got the merchandise on my website, which is bluemonkeymedia.com, and you can go to the Speedway Chat Show, buy the merchandise from there. You can buy some of the stuff, and me and Charles, you get like a little kickback of a couple of pounds every time that you buy something, which would be much appreciated. We have got some amazing news for the end of the show, which we will be telling you about. Next week there won't be a Speedway Chat Show like this. We are doing something different, and that is going to be revealed right at the end of the show. So yeah, like I said, like Chelsea said, even let us know where you're messaging from, where you're watching from. Let us try and answer as many of your questions as we possibly can.
Yeah.
About the weekend, about upcoming Grand Prix. There's lots of things to talk about. So yeah, keep the messages coming in, and we'll do our best to answer them. I have Mark Phillips in the background. He's messaging me trying to come on, because he was supposed to be online before we go live, and then he didn't, and now he's struggling to get on, which is why you should always be prepared.
That's right. Yeah, so hey, the headphones are back, inspired by my mate Chris Holder, who was a TV pundit chucked into the deep end.
Or a pundit.
Is that what they call it? I don't know. That's why they call me the Sydney Lip, isn't it? I'll just say how it comes out. Look, let's get straight into stuff. As we go, the best thing about this show and unique to this show is you guys can get involved, unlike some other shows that are live. But you can interact, say what you want to do, and we'll come back. That wasn't digged at anyone. I was watching the Formula One show and I couldn't interact. So anyway, first thing off the boil, Alan Atherton. These tyres have been available for a while, question mark. Yeah, they have. Not proven to be illegal? Have they not? Laguda's been on them since the start of the season. He could well be. Endless has been sponsored for 4 years. Is this correct? Yeah, they've been a sponsor, but haven't had the Speedway tyre as such. They do make other tyres. And no inner tube. So the first thing I can confirm to you guys out there is that tubes are run in Endless tyres. So unless you've got a special rim that can go tubeless, which as far as we know are very few and far between.
So only Greg had those, didn't he?
Yeah. So as far as we're aware, my source at the track, who is a top flight rider, says all the boys on Endless are running inner tubes. Okay, so there's that thing. Now, these tyres have been around for a while. They have. Are they approved? Yes, they are. But here's the thing, and this is why we broke the story, and this is what we were hearing early doors on Saturday. So let me go to my notes, and I will be quoting someone. So Christoph Sigelski, and please, if you think you know anything different, then get them in the comments, because this is going to be one hell of a topic after I tell you what has been published in Polish press. Okay, so Christoph Sigelski, famous rider, now paralyzed. He is the rider union representative. So he speaks up to make sure that all the riders have a level playing field. Now, he's quoted as saying this. Okay. The Grand Prix affair. So the Endless tyres that are used by some players or riders, we have softness tests which show the Endless tyre is below the lower limit. Christoph Sigelski quoted. Okay, it goes on to say they wanted the Endless tyre because some riders that weren't on it wanted it because it's too soft and doesn't meet the standards. So here it goes. He has tested both tyres, and it is clear from the test that the Midas, most of the tyres that the riders use, the Midas, is on the edge of the brink of softness, while the Endless is below the lower limit, says Christoph Sigelski. So what he's saying is, at the track, they've tested both tyres, and it's clear that the Endless tyre falls below the legal limit that it was certified to. He then goes on to say, someone will ask what the problem is. Since Endless has approval, he has got approval. But when he got it, the factory changed the compound that the tyre is made of. And at the moment, it's too soft. So what we're saying is, yes, the Endless, or what he's saying is the Endless, that tyre is approved. But since the approval, they've gone out, and Christoph says he has the facts that have changed the compound of the tyre, which is now below the legal limit. To put it in perspective, if you have an engine that's tested at the start of the year at 500 cc's, and he goes out and he blows everyone away, and they say it's too quick, and people say, no, it was tested at the start of the year. There's nothing stopping him changing that engine mid-season. And it appears, and look, this is not us, this is Christoph Sigelski being quoted as saying he has evidence that Endless has changed the compound of the tyre. They've tested them at the track, and the FIM is doing nothing about it because it can't, because it takes 2 to 3 months to have a laboratory test. That's why the uproar was. It wasn't about rider jealousy. These riders, the Midas riders and everyone else, were shown the actual facts. Okay. What annoys me is the likes of Paul Bellamy coming out and saying everyone had a choice to use that tyre. When they tested it, it wasn't as good as the Midas. Okay, so everyone stuck to the Midas. What annoyed me on the weekend, Jerry, was no one's asked the question: is this tire now not legal? They all fluffed it over because we know Endless is a title sponsor. It's going to be very hard to get rid of a title sponsor and say we still want your money, but we're not using your tire. Endless has gone on record and said they wanted a Grand Prix win. They've got 2 of them now, and they want a world champion. They're probably going to have one now. The fact of the matter, Alan, and everyone else that's gone on about the tires, yes, the Endless tire can be used, but not, as Christoph Sigelski says, in the compound it's been produced since they got approval. So that's the tire debate. That's why it's wrong. That's why no one's got a fair shot at it, because if Christoph Sigelski has made these allegations and he's wrong, he could have a lawsuit. This could blow up big time. But quite the opposite. If Endless then if it's proved that they've gone and changed the compound and the compound's not big enough, there's big ramifications. My suggestion, and it's only my suggestion, I think the riders on the Endless who, look, in my opinion, their body language says they know they're on a good thing, right? Whether that means they're on an illegal thing are 2 different things. I would give them the option to ride under protest. And at the end of the year, if the lab results come back that the tyre was in fact what Christoph Sigelski has publicly said it is, then they get stripped of world champion points and world championship if they do so. They should be given the option, given the clear facts, just like F1 with the the brake duct thing. Renault protest every meeting, and they'll drive under protest until the hearing. It's big, guys. For me, this is big. Jerry didn't want to talk about it too much. It's not a negative. I think it's quite a good story. Yeah. I think that Christoph Sigelski has come out and just opened up a can of worms.
Yeah, there's many sides to this story, and it's not that I didn't want to talk about it. It was just it's a big thing over our heads, to be talking about something like this, and it's not, whatever. But I don't think the riders are purposely doing something wrong. I don't think I would never accuse them of cheating or anything like that. And it's whether it's fair, and is it fair? I don't know.
And when we know by this report here, Jerry, and we've got it here, that's all Christoph Sigelski wants. It's the basis of it being a level playing field. Christoph Sigelski in this report is saying it's not, and it's a simple fix, but he's thrown some big things out there by saying they've changed the compound, and look, there's a lot of us that know Speedway, and there's a lot of people that know a lot more than me, but everyone I've spoke to over the last few days has said it's a clear advantage. That tire is a clear advantage. Now, if it was legal and no one had come out and said the compound has changed, absolutely, good on them. They took a risk, like Bellamy and Nigel and Kelvin have all said, and Scotty Nichols, and you should have ordered your tires. If we go on what Christoph is saying, then that's all hogwash. And, no one in their right mind would have used the Endless if they've tested it like every rider had the opportunity to. The report does mention, like I said on Saturday, the Christoph Sigelski at not KK, Christoph Kasperzak, had it at the Grand Prix Challenge. A clear advantage. There's something in this tyre that wasn't working before, guys, and that's the end of it for us. We needed to get across that we're not making the allegations, and I'm all for people having the right things, but someone of Christoph's position in the GPs as rider union rep to come out and publicly say what he has, there's more to the story, and I'm very disappointed that it wasn't covered by the presenting teams over the weekend. It's not good, because I personally know there's a lot boiling behind the scenes on the guys I'm talking to.
But on the other side, how good was the racing?
Oh yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah.
And there's the case. How many people, if you go back to Grand Prix, right? If you go back to Grand Prix, how many people of Jason Doyle, and look, Doyley's not having a good run. We know that. But he got away in heat number 1 on the second night and was passed quite comfortably by Magic in a clear grip scenario. first heat one, I'm pretty sure it was heat one. It was that first block of races, but I'm pretty sure it was heat one. Not many people get past around the outside on heat number one. But look, that it has happened, and Doyle is another subject, and I hope he's starting to sort stuff out because, unfortunately, what I said a couple of weeks back has come to fruition. His bike speed, and it was noted by the commentators, is just lacking, and then goes as a monster in Poland a day later. It's something's not enough there. But anyway,
yeah, I mean, on the other side of the story, and this is sort of why it's hard to turn around and say, after 2 races, going, oh, these guys are on the wrong tyres or whatever, When we spoke to Magic before, he was saying about his disappointment and being dropped from the Polish squad and things like that, and he's out to prove a point. Artem's never won a Grand Prix. He could have just been on fire that night. We've seen Leon Madsen pull the same sort of moves last year, and everyone's going, where's he getting these speeds from? His bikes were checked. Everything was checked.
Exactly. And there's a difference. I wasn't going to bring that up, but when riders get gripes, things get tested. Okay. And Leon's bike got tested. We know that through Ashley Holloway, don't we?
More than once. Yeah. Right? More than once. It got checked.
And it was certified as legal. Right. The big problem with this is, and why Christoph's going off, and people that haven't read that report, the problem is the riders and people in the know said, hey, this isn't right. They've tested them by all accounts. Quite easy to do at a track. We know that. And nothing's happening. That's the difference. That's the problem. And if sponsors and all that political stuff is going to overshadow this series, because I know for a fact there's people taking this further because they just need to in the interest of fair sport. But look, that's for them to sort out. But if people argue, Jez, if someone says I'm not riding at Plymouth Speedway because the fence is too low, it gets checked and they say no, it's the right height. It's checks and balances. I'm not saying that Plymouth Speedways. Sure. I'm just as an example. So look, it's a good talking point. It's a great talking point, and it's not going to go away. Not from here. It might go away at the other side. So let's move on with these ones, shall we? The point system. Wow. Side by side, I think Nick Skippy Matthews, thank you for sending a comprehensive report to my messenger in terms of this year and last year and the different points. Great feedback, Nick. Look, I was pretty much against it at the start, but then when you look at the difference on how far Ty would have been back, for example, against Artem, if it was last year's scoring system, this way I think keeps that top half interested because the gaps are smaller. But look, every race isn't racing for Grand Prix points, and I think Speedway's unique, and it should be. But look, I did ask to elaborate. Why is it a joke? But there we go. So that's Alan Aberton. Carry on, Jez. I'm just going to move through because I don't want to miss anyone today.
So just a comment here from my mum. Yeah. She just put, wasn't there 4 riders on the same tyres?
Yeah, look, 100%, right? But not every rider, and no disrespect to any rider, every rider in the Grand Prix deserves to be in the Grand Prix. Not all 16 riders are at the same level, right?
Yeah.
Formula One, every driver could probably just about outdrive me at a go-kart track. And I'm not saying all of them would, but most of them would. But they're not all at the same level, okay? So not that the tyre won't fix your problems, but when you get riders as quick as Artem and as quick as Magic Janowski are, then they only need a small advantage. I spoke to Chris Piolda today just on a few topics, and when you're in that position, the advantage that they had only has to be this much. Grand Prix starts are made by being in front of someone by the width of your front tire. So it doesn't take much. And yes, I know there were other people, Mrs. Sims, on those tires, but a tire doesn't. I couldn't go out there with that tire and beat people on a Midas just because I got the tire. There, there isn't 16 riders that can win the World Championship this year. So that's my response to that. Yeah. Here we go. I like the essays. Joe Truman writes, there seems to be some confusion with regard to the tyres, those that order. Yeah. Look, I hope we just covered all that. There are Midas contracted riders. Absolutely, there are. They don't have the choice to use those. It's just like saying, well, Ty Wolfenden's got a choice. If he wants to drink Red Bull on the podium, he can. He can't. Magic Janoski can't drink Monster. It's, so for the presentation team to come out and say every rider could have, I think was a bit generic, and I think they were throwing the blanket over something, to be honest. And they called me the Sydney Lip for a reason, so I'm going to say it how it is tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite friendly with Ken Block and with his rally stuff, and there's about 10 different tyre manufacturers, and Pirelli are the best.
Yeah,
and Ken was sponsored by Pirelli, so I think it would be good to have lots of different things that do give you that extra margins, and
but they got to be legal, Jerry.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah.
No one's thrown the legal bit in to what us and the general public see. Krzysztof Skigelski, and you've seen the report, Jerry. He hasn't held back, has he? He's blatantly said there's cheating going on. That's not us saying it, but tell you what, if it is, what a story we've got going to develop over the next weeks and months, I reckon.
But also on that is, imagine you're Magic or Artem and you go and win a world title. It's not their fault. They've not gone, I'm going to dip my tyres in diesel or whatever they used to do to soften the tyres. They've not done any of that.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah. And they've got their tyres from their suppliers and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And they've put all the work in, the money, the training, everything, and it could all be taken away. I think it's a really horrible situation. And as much as it's unfair for the other riders that are saying, well, they've got better tyres than we have, is also unfair for the rider that could have his points stripped away from him for something he didn't do.
That's why I've said, Jerry, I think in the interest of the sport, the riders on Atlas should be given a choice, shown with the facts that can be presented to the FIM for lab testing. Give them the option to get away from the tyre now. Right? If Lewis Hamilton wins a race and it turns out that his car's 1,000,001 brake horsepower, Lewis gets stripped. He might not have known, but there's more to this story, and Christoph has clearly done that. So and open up a can of worms. But we're not going to talk about tyres because we're celebrating the sport of Speedway, and there's big things happening in the next week with some live Speedway as well. So Simon Bender, good friend from Newport, used to play PlayStation against this fella. Surprising me, wings on my Formula One car weren't that good, or my mirrors, I couldn't really see him racing. He was that far back, but he likes the new point systems. We're seeing non-stop great racing till the checker flag, mate. Yeah, we are. And it sort of goes to show that the point system won't change the racing, but the overall winners and losers are. Freddie Lindgren stands out. Like, he capitalized, well done. Played the point system perfectly. I don't think it was calculated, but he was in the right place at the right time to do that. So Simon Corbett, I did reply to this, mate. Thought you said Janoski was too slow. I can't ever think I've said that, so I did reply asking who said he looked slow. Got no response, Simon, but you'll join the conversation. Don't like the new point system. Yeah, lots about the points, guys. Yeah, get involved. Tell us what you think. Nick Skivvy Matthews, like I said, messaged me with the before and afters. Jason Doyle, not one up, not one down. Would have scored 8. He's on 8. Look, we all say about what about that rider? What about that rider that goes through the cards? That's unfortunately now, fair or not fair, every of the 16 riders are in the same boat. So, look, I'm still not convinced about it. But it's going to make for a close season. And look, I don't think BSI and IMG or whoever runs the Grand Prix now change things without sort of running models and making sure that the sport wins. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Hi, Simon from Poole, Gary and Ann from Poole, Tara Miller, Peterborough, go the Panthers. Put a penny in the meter. All right. Well, I tried that last night, but no go. There's an electronic car park in the end. Got out of that one. Gary Claridge, what do we think of the Talking Dirt show? Jerry, off you go.
I don't know. What do you think, Chelsea?
Look. Okay, look, I'll be honest.
All I'm going to say is
good idea.
I watched what Monster did with the Rallycross. They had Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez, and I think it was good. I was sort of hoping for something similar with Speedway. That wasn't quite as it was, and I think it's a missed opportunity to do something that's very different to the TV show. But
yeah, look, I think look, I might have got the message wrong from Greg in his advert for it, and I know they've thrown a lot of money at publicising it and to get an audience. I was a bit confused around the live bit. I think a lot of it could have been pre-recorded. I didn't like the fact that it was on Facebook and there was no interaction. I think maybe the fans might want to interact and get some questions out there. I'm pretty sure I've seen some questions and things popped up and they weren't addressing that. So that might have been me getting the wrong idea, being Facebook, being interactive, being live. Look, I know they're a big TV production. Maybe they can't go live on everything because of censorship and things like that. Look, I think Nigel and Kelvin, on the record, are fantastic commentators, and they're the voice of Grand Prix as we know it. I think we're used to it. We get comfortable having them. I don't think they're the two guys to present a show that I believe needs to be a bit more candid. I think if they want to introduce some new audiences, I think there needs to be an element of candid. It's a serious world championship, but you look at all the sidekick shows in all forms of motorsport, and I've had a look at them over the past few days. Ted's Notebook on F1, great bit of thing. Looks at what cars they're driving, has a bit of a laugh, good sort of stuff. The show that goes on after Ant and Deck, after Dancing on Ice, they're not the presenters that presenting them. It needs to be moving away from that. But look, I don't make those decisions. If this decision was mine, I'd have you doing the filming, Jerry, because you absolutely produce world-class material. We've seen it on this channel. We've seen it on all the things that you've done. You've proved the point of that, what you can do on this show. I think you should have been involved somehow. I'm never going to be on TV, mate. I'm too unpredictable, mate, for TV. I'm disappointed for you, mate. In all fairness, because I think the Ashley video was awesome. The one that you did in Torren with Joe was awesome. You really present an edgy, clear cut production that makes Speedway and its environment look exciting. So. Look, it was their first show. I get it. I just want to see more interaction with the fans because I bloody think they deserve it. I think they deserve to ask the questions to Kelvin and Nigel and the gods that run it. I want to see you on the other end of a film crew and producing some stuff. And I just want a free ticket if you get to do it.
I'll bring you along with me, Chelsea. I'll bring you along with me.
But look, that's what I think. I just think Speedway. If we keep doing things with the same people, we're not going to attract any more different people. They need to take a risk on people that can be a bit edgy, be a bit candid, because that's what this show has shown, Jez, that you can be candid with these boys and they love it because the feedback we get, it's like talking at the pub. Right, moving on. Go on, Jez, because I'll just keep going.
Yeah. What else was there? What else was said?
No, we're going down the list. We said because we're not being yelled at for missing anything tonight. So watching. Hi, Helen, Tara. Emma wasn't consistent in the GPs. Yeah, damn, you got me on that one. I think I called Tara out last week for saying Emil. He's not consistent. I think I laughed at you, didn't I? No, absolutely. You know your stuff more than little old me. Tara. Yeah, he just wasn't, was he?
So on Friday night, I was sat on my phone during the Grand Prix, and I text Ashley. I think Emil had 2 wins on the bounce, and he won like in true Emil style. I text Ashley saying, "Check that out, happy days." You know, he messaged back saying, "Yeah, loving that," and then he went out and didn't do anything else for the rest of the night. And I think he had a pretty disappointing Saturday too. And I was gutted for him because I really want Emil to have a good season, and I thought this one could have been it for him.
He's not done, but what's surprising is the guys that done half decent on the first night didn't really capitalize, except there was a couple, but guys that didn't do so well, and there was a couple that actually capitalized. And you think, was it the track? What changed? The big one for me, I don't want to brag on about it, but Doyley come out and I'm guessing the guy changed things, but yeah, just can't find anything. I really feel sorry for him at the moment. So that's that. And everyone that's watching live, and I know there's a couple of hundred or 100 and something right at the moment. Can you just like when you watch it? I want to see the likes get to 100. That'd be nice. Anyway, I don't normally ask for much. Here we go. Hi guys. What high G from Derby? What high G? All right, Chris. Go on, Jerry. You do this one.
I'm just going through seeing if there's any more gold stars. We've had
hi, Paul.
250 gold stars, so keep the gold stars coming, guys. That'd be much appreciated. And if we get to 2,000, we'll send you someone. We'll do another draw like we did the other day and send you out a hat.
Dixie Dean, fellow Newportonian. Hey, Dixie, how are you, pal? Did all the riders have the choice of the shame tyre? I'm guessing that's same tyre. Look, we covered that at the start. Riders have to order their tyres, but there's more to the Entless tyre. If the Entless tyre rode as good as it is now, more riders would have chose it. Christoph Sigelski, and I'll say it again, has come out and said that since they got the approval, they've changed the compound into a softer tyre, which isn't testing to the right standard. Christoph Sigelski, not the Sydney Lip or Jezza Sims. Ty is there near at the top. He is, Simon. I think Ty's in a great position. Loves just to sit there, doesn't he? He's come out and said most of the times he doesn't have to win each Grand Prix. He just needs to be there or thereabouts, and consistency is the way forward for Ty. Really impressed with everything going on around the sagas. Those Midas boys come out and try to prove something on the second night as well, and threw lots of stuff at the Antlers boys. And also
in the final, there was 3 riders on Midas Tyres.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And we're not talking you're going to go out and blow people away every single meeting, but on those nip and tuck situations where you think they might not have got it, they're getting it in certain situations. And look,
and it could be a completely different situation at the next Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see. But
got some more viewers joined, so hit the like button if you just joined as well. I'm trying to get to 100 just for a personal goal of mine. Adrian Smart, God, he loves a messenger as well. If you do follow me on Facebook, because I'm now on the Facebook, get in touch, say hi on a personal level, whatever. I'm quite enjoying the socializing of the internet. Here we go. So evening, guys. Personality, I like the new system. Just brilliant race. I think we've done that. He's already had that one, hasn't he? Jeez, getting in there. Dixie Dean, good
Nothing.
chat.
That means he's sent stars.
My man.
Yeah, there he is. He sent some stars.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, it was good. Teresa, yeah, look, we're not going to shy away from that. Fantastic Grand Prix racing. It was good. I had a curry both nights as well, on the Friday and the Saturday. Curry and Speedway, couldn't beat it 2 nights in a row. Sunday was a bit weird though. Is Charlesy dog ex-hagging a sheep? Okay.
I think it was when Nyla was in the room.
Oh, because she looks like a sheepdog, doesn't she? Yeah, she needs a cut, mate. Can't afford it at the moment. Minimum wage, I am. How exciting was it to see the clash in the tight? Hey, what a race! Is that heat 16? I think
No,
Sean.
no, it was a semi-final two.
Oh, somebody just said it there. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Sean, what a race that was. They were throwing bikes at each other. It was took me back to Pedersen and Crump battles. What respect from those two. They, the skill. I know Doyley lifted once pretty hard and didn't really manage to lose too much speed, and Ty did the same thing. These guys have got incredible bike control. It's really good to watch. 74, only 26 more likes off 100 for the show. That's good. What's the inside information, Childsy? What on, Tanya?
I think that was about what we was talking about before with the tyres.
Yeah, probably about the tyres, Tanya. Watch the show back.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes past 7, so it would have been right at the very beginning.
Yeah, look, it's just information around the tyres not being what was approved, but you'll watch it back. Well, give me a message on Messenger. I'll fill you in. Sue Rutherford, still in pool. Still. Gee, so you need to get out of there. Oh, whilst we're talking about pool, famous pool pirate Craig Boyce, get well soon, buddy. I don't know if anyone knows about his recent injury, but get well soon, buddy. Out of work for 6 weeks. Unlucky.
What's he done?
Oh, mate. I was in stitches. If we've got time at the end, I'll let everyone know about what's happened to old poor Craig Boyce. Jack Holder watching. Oh, this is a good one. Nice RLL cap. Yeah, it's a great hat. It's Robert Lambert, European champion. Just can't work out how he still starts at number 8 for Ribnick. But anyway, that's just me probably not knowing the rules. Good old Jackie Holder watching from the MacArthur Tavern. I tell you what, this kid's going to go far, and he's starting to bang in the points in Poland. Wouldn't be surprised to see him as a wild card at a GP soon.
Yeah, I think we got sent a message the other day saying that he's in for, and it's not confirmed, but for the 2 Grand Prix at Torrent, Jack Holder could be the wild card.
Yeah. Well, I know Jack was watching the. Yeah, I know Jack was watching the Talking Dirt show. What'd you make of that, Jack? As your brother got thrown in the deep end as a headset wearing guy. I messaged him today saying he just wanted to be like Childsy on the world famous chat show. His reply wasn't for this time of the day. Won't let you send any stars. Tamara, get onto that.
Yeah, at the bottom of the video, it says buy stars. You can buy stars, then you have them into your account, and then you can transfer as many from your account to us if you like. We did do a video before. I can play that video right now if you would like. It is
seal of approval, and he goes out and does it for what I can only describe is probably the best thing that British Speedway might see this year. So super excited to speak to Rob about that. And we got a few surprises for Rob as well, which is oh, yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Good chat, Jez. Right.
There you go. I didn't know it had the audio on there like that.
Yeah. Adrian Smart, the first GP was okay. And don't see what the problem with the topic of the tyres. We all know what the problem is with the tyres now. Gutter for Doyley, mate. We all are, Simon. It's he's a world champion, mate. He's got more in the bag. Just hope he gets it together. I know there's a few comments from the commentators saying looks like he's overriding the bike. For those people that don't know why that would slow you down, you're getting too tired on the bike. You're throwing it in. The bike's going sideways more than it is going forward. Tensing up, and you can tell he's frustrated. I just hope he gets it sorted out. Right. So the Grand Prix were good. We spoke about the new show Talking Dirt. Great concept. My opinion is, it's a good. I just think they need to spice it up a bit and be a bit more candid. But look, I'm never going to be in TV, so I can say what I like now. And I want Jerry to do the filming for it. So let's move on to some exciting news about British Speedway. What do you reckon, Jez?
Yeah, we've got some exciting news. Well, we did have some exciting news until Chelsea dropped a bombshell on us earlier.
What was that?
What are you doing next Tuesday, Chelsea?
Oh, start my new job.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So Chelsea's gone and got a new job. and he's working for Vauxhall in Cardiff, is it, or Newport?
Neither. So much you're a friend. You listen, don't you?
Where is it?
Hutchins in True Forest, just down by Caerphilly. They've been after me for months, mate. So I've spent people that know me know I've been in the car industry quite a long time as a sales manager in Australia and over here, and fell short on the redundancy thing with this COVID. And but anyway, yeah, a deal has come up with a package that's too good to turn down. So starting there next week. So if anyone needs a Vauxhall or any car or any advice, give me a shout. Which means I can't do what you're going to do next Tuesday, which I'm absolutely gutted for. But look, it's my career and my family and their money have to come first, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will introduce our guest.
Yeah.
And
Cracking
that is,
bloke.
yeah.
He's a bit angry at times. So remember when he yelled at us at Plymouth, Jerry, and it wasn't even our fault?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't even us, yeah.
I'm going to have him about that because this is my show.
Yeah. So he is a bit of a celebrity in Cornwall. He's a male model? Bit of a pretty boy. Here he is, Mr. Mark Phillips.
All right.
Right, Mark?
Yeah, pretty boy my ass.
You can say anything.
Talking about your ass.
We're live.
Just before, when we were talking away, and all I seen was Mark turn around with his ass showing the camera.
Yeah, you're making it up, Jerry.
Yeah, just before we get on to it must be fantastic news for you and your team down at Plymouth, Mark. When you yelled at Jerry and I at Plymouth for holding up your practice that we weren't holding up, that hurt.
Not as much as on earlier on when I phoned him up and told him that Chelsea's not coming next week.
I was gutted when you yelled at me, so I went down and nicked a few hot dogs and a couple of cans of Coke out of your bar. But I'll get him back. Right, tell us what's happening, Mark.
Next Tuesday, the 8th, the main men will be at Plymouth Speedway. That's everyone except Chelsea.
Yeah.
We're putting on our first meeting of the season.
Wow, British Speedway back in Plymouth. Well, long time coming, mates. How can people get involved? How can people get to the stadium? Are there tickets left?
There is currently about 60 tickets left.
Whoa.
All the tickets are done online. You need to go to our website, which is plymouth-speedway.com, and go on the latest links. Takes you through to the payment page, and it's all relatively simple.
Great. So how many tickets did you have to start with that were allocated to the public?
Yeah, we agreed with the council that we was allowed to run between 25 and 30% of our capacity. We've gone less than that just to make sure everything works well to begin with. We've actually got 400 tickets for sale.
Yep.
And we shall try that first. A test run. We don't want to go overcrowded and mess it up. So we'll take it.
Yeah,
slowly.
I think that's the worst thing that could happen, Mark, isn't it? Is you overcommit, you mess it up, and then people pull plugs on you. So for the people that want to go and buy a ticket, only about 60 left to be there, smell the bikes, feel the dirt hitting their face. They can go online, buy the tickets. Is there information there what they need to take to the stadium, as in masks and stuff, Mark? Do they need to take anything to not be disappointed at the gate?
Yeah, it's all there written down on black and white. We need to have face masks worn when they come into the entrance gate, obviously to meet the staff, just to keep everyone safe, and masks to go in and get refreshments and stuff. If they feel confident enough, they're more than welcome to sit there and enjoy the speedway. It's all down to a bit of common sense, really.
Yeah, 100%. I hear Jerry's going to go around the crowd and reimburse anyone's money that's wearing a Speedway Chat Show mask. Is that right, Jez?
Am I? First I've heard of it.
Sell some masks and don't give them their money, Jerry. Run!
Yeah.
So what I've seen, 3-team tournament, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3-team tournament. We've got Isle of Wight, Eastbourne, and Plymouth. It's going to be a great meeting. We had a 3-team tournament back in 2018, and it was a success. It was a great meeting. 4 of the top boys out of each team.
Right. So who are the riders that are in the 3 teams? So I know the Plymouth ones. We've got Alfie Botel, Richard Andrews, Henry Atkins, and Adam Extance. Is that right?
No, Adam's actually pulled out today. He's got a little bit of trouble at work, so he's pulled out. So we've got our number 7 coming in, which is Aaron Butcher.
Okay, cool. And then for the Isle of Wight?
Yeah, Ben Morley. Loves Plymouth. Always does very well. Good. He's always my number 1 choice at guest if I ever get a chance of leading a guest. We then got Connor Coles, Tom Woolley, and Chad Wurtzfeld, who Chad was meant to be riding for me in the National League this year. But
didn't happen.
It's Isle of Wight. He's signed up to ride for Plymouth, but he is out and out. He's an Isle of Wight man. And
right.
I couldn't take it away from Barry, to be honest.
And Eastbourne?
Eastbourne. Tom Brennan. Ever heard of him?
Yeah. We've had a couple of chats with him.
He's not fit now, is he?
Yeah, he's fit. He's racing in the under-21 team cup this weekend.
In Czech Republic.
Oh, awesome. Good luck, Tom.
Yeah, rushing back to Plymouth for the Tuesday, and then he's back out for the individual under-21 the following weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
brilliant.
He broke his collarbone. He broke his collarbone 2 weeks ago, and he's up for it.
So you got Tom Brennan. Who else was in the Eastbourne lineup?
Jason Edwards. Both of those have rode for, are signed up to ride for Eastbourne in the Championship League this year. So
okay.
Top 2 boys. Jason also agreed to ride for Plymouth for any other fixtures. Right. But for this one, he's an Eastbourne lad. So he's in the Eastbourne team. They then got Jake Knight. Jake Knight's coming back after a long absence.
Right. Seemed
to rekindled his spirit, and I saw a couple of videos of him racing around, and he's going well.
Okay, cool.
What'd you make of the Grand Prix, Mark? Excited to watch that, or you just
not as excited as mentioning Connor King? He's the number 4 for each Plymouth.
Oh, bloody yeah. Hey, listen. There still is a long shot I might make Tuesday, and Jerry will mention what's going on at Tuesdays. But look, if you just tuned in, Plymouth Speedway, Mark Phillips here. Next Tuesday, the 8th of September, 3-team tournament. Only around 60 tickets left to go to the stadium. Watch the skinny bikes live. Get the dirt in your face. Smell it. Buy some hot dogs. Buy some drinks. Have a nice day out. Get down there if you can.
And if we can make it happen, we're going to get Chelsea on the mic.
Mate, look, there's a long shot that I can make it. It might be someone's got to cover a speeding ticket, but I'm working on it. Stay there for a minute, Mark, because I've got some things I'm just reading now that I want to clear up, because obviously the talk of these tyres, and weigh in if you can, Mark, as well. So Dave Rollerton, can you explain how Christoph can get a tyre compound tested in a day, and yet the world's governing body takes 3 months to get a test? Absolutely, I can, David. I'm GP Charlesy, international nobody. Great question, well presented, deserves an answer. Here we go. So they have what's called Mark, what's it called, that little thing that tests the tyres, the compounds?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Good question.
So one of those, right? So when a tire gets made, it's got to fit between certain parameters. So it just looks like a tire pressure gauge. It pumps a little prong into the tire, and it measures its softness. It's quite simple, but will give you a varied result. But it's not technical, but it should fit within the parameters. That's what's being done. Okay, now why it takes the governing body 3 months is because when you've got protests at an FIM regulated, accredited meeting, you can't just go, this little machine said so. It needs to be sent off to the laboratory, have tests. They've got samples from the original compound, etc. Christoph is making those allegations, not the Speedway Chat Show, but it's done on a little thing. They do it at all the meetings, Dave. Yeah, they pop it into the tire. It's got to fit within a certain softness, and these, in Christoph's words, saying they're not. Okay.
Yeah.
Good on you, Adrian. Spot on, Dave. Hope we answered that. Christopher Dean, is the tie available to all? Stop belly aching and get on with it. Been here before with Streety come up with the 4-valve. Chris, watch it from the start of the show. This isn't about.
he did comment this at the very beginning of the show. It's 16 minutes in, so
no, we're already done by then, weren't we? Right? We're not belly aching. Someone's cheating. That's what Christoph said. Right? I'm off on one tonight. Chris Holder's just messaged me. He's revved me up. He has. Semi Rogers. I can remember back in '70 when Paul smashes Eastbourne. The old solid blocks come out. Yeah, we get that. We're not saying, guys. The allegation's been made that the compounds have been changed. We're not talking about a legal tyre. We're talking about Christoph Cegelski saying the tyre's not legal. That's the premise we're working on. If it was a legal tyre, then, yeah, albeit, if it's better, it's better. Midas need to up their game. But serious allegations have been made that the compound's been tampered with, and these aren't the tyres that the FIM and the governing bodies said you can run. That's it. So no one's moaning for the sake of moaning, and Neil Streep done a 4-valve and Peter Johns built this engine. Guys, Christoph Cegelski's saying someone's cheated. That's big news. Let's get on the bandwagon. Right. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, as long as it's Ord, get on.
Yes. Hey. Family show, Mark. Surely the bikes and engines are checked by officials. Yeah, they are. There's a certain scrutineering process that goes through. But I think, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because I'm me. I think things have been overlooked, given that there's a sponsor involved, and there's got to be more to it, because people don't make these allegations if they're not true. I don't think they can afford to, and not someone in Christoph Cegelski's position. Madsen got his engine torn down ages ago, right? So if Inowski wins the world title, people will say it's not fair because of the tyres rather than rider. Also, it's probably worth slightly tarnished. Yeah, look, Liverpool Football Club's got an asterisk next to their name winning this year, haven't they? So, why not put it in a speedway thing? Look, I hope Christoph's wrong. I really do. It's very hard to think he's wrong with the detail he's gone into his report. So, look, it's a shame. I think the riders need to understand where the position is and have the choice to go on to the Midas tyre to keep their integrity. But look, who knows? Wasn't there 4 riders on the tyre? Yes, yeah, we covered that one.
Covered that one.
Yeah, Ian Jordan. Simply not the case that the sweet pot, the perfect setup, margin looks better than before. Yeah, I get it. Apparently there were 6 riders. Okay. Let's say 5 just to clear out the average.
Yeah. I genuinely would like to think that just the 2 boys that they're saying they're on those analyst tires. I would like to think that they were just maybe on form. They had the setup suite, and it's all going to be cleared up. Jerry,
yes,
but if it is wrong, then it should be pulled up, I think. Yeah, Jerry,
we all do, and do you know what? Form book must be thrown out the window if that's the case, in terms of what we're seeing and the sheer speed. I hope it is, but Christoph Cegelski has started something with this, and I just can't see it going away. And I'll talk about it until I think I think, just like in F1 and MotoGP, if there's something controversial going on, I think we have a right to be told the facts. I think there was enough meetings, by all account, on the Saturday morning, on the Friday night in Poland around this. I think the Bellamy's of the world should come out and address the public and give us the facts. And so we're not all doing this he said, she said, oh, they're legit, whatever. It's a big point. They've blown over it. But I know for a fact there's people behind the scenes not happy. James Popham, we talk to you all day, buddy. We don't need you on here. No, just joking. Does lots of work. Look, and our viewers are talking about the Entless tyres as well. So they want to know as well. Alice McLean, welcome. Scotland, Simon Derry, well done. If Entless have, what's this one here? If Entless have, check, is it? Not quite sure. Jerry, that's one for you. You live in Cornwall.
No idea. He's from Norfolk.
Who is? Yeah, but you all speak the same out of Wales. No, Gary, they don't. Bikes don't get tested at all after every GP, unless there's an official protest. I think which comes at a cost to the person protesting, which we all know happened to Madsen last year. The bikes go through a scrutineering process. Look, there's not much to a speedway bike. So no, they don't. It's they go into Parc Fermé. I can assure you that, just like the F1, and so nothing can happen to the bikes unless there is a protest. But no, they don't. It's as simple as that. But I don't think anyone at that World Championship level would do something that's going to get them caught out. It's their integrity in it. So it's a gentleman's sport in that regard. Just try not to miss someone. Should be on the same tyre. There's that argument, but there's also competition law as well, or competition. We want competition, don't we? And we want more companies involved in speedway delivering stuff. Only 15 more likes, please. Just 15 more likes. Get me to 100, and then Jerry can give me.
Do you know how many comments we got? We got bloody loads of comments.
I know. I'm trying to get through them. But anyway, hop in whenever you can, Mark. Plug the Plymouth. How many tickets are left now? Can you check?
We've got 14.
Have we sold any during the show?
For next Tuesday.
Okay. Dave Rowland said, yeah, so when I'm talking about report, it's a report published in a Polish, I think we got the link somewhere, haven't we, Jerry? We can put the link on. I did put it on Saturday. No one seemed to read it, so I took it down. Let's have, but we'll get you that, Dave. No problems. I'll send it to your messenger or something like that if you can. You need to open it in Chrome and then translate it because it's a Polish publication.
I've just posted it in the comments.
Okay, there you go. Then beautiful. Let's have pit stops. Yeah. Okay. Acid soften them nicely. Oh, never tried the acid. What was I using? Nah, nothing. Craig won on sheer skill.
I think we need to get back to some serious chat, Chelsea. What was the Polish sausages like at Plymouth?
I tell you what, I was more impressed with your barbecue, mate. Yeah, I stole them all, didn't I? I kept going down. Oh, they were good. They were good. I'm super impressed with the barbie. Well, that's a serious bit of kit. Where'd you get that from?
Like everything else, eBay. It's
all right.
It's nice. A hell of a thing, isn't it? It's huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge. Yeah, so
proper German.
If you are one of the people that are going to be at Plymouth on Tuesday, definitely want to go there hungry because those I don't eat meat, but the sausages there look pretty good, and they're on this massive barbecue. It's a new thing for this year, so definitely try them if you're going to head down to Plymouth. In fact, Can anybody in the comments who is going to be at Plymouth on the 8th, can you just comment? Just let us know that you're going to be there.
I'd like to think all the money that Mark paid us to come on the show, at least one person's bought a ticket. Look, I'm glad people are jumping on this tyre thing because I was disappointed and I've had some serious heated conversations with Jerry over the past couple of days about should we talk about it. Listen, we're going off what someone else said, all right? And what he said, no matter how you read it, that doesn't look good for Entless and the integrity of that tire. But look, what happens. He said it now. It can't be retracted. He's gone out and said it. So, Annie Hooper. So the tires were legal. Hey, who done that? There you go.
Oh, sorry.
So the tires were legal when they ordered them. We don't know. All we know is that Christoph Cegelski has said the compounds were changed after certification of that tire being used in the Grand Prix. He's saying he's got tests for both tires, and you can all read it. We've put the link up. He's had tests for both tires, and the Entless is below the lower limit of legality. So if he's the one saying it, we're just the ones, making sure that I guess we were saying what we feel about it, and it's got to be fair for everyone. Although we have been told that the Plymouth boys will be on the Entless tire at Plymouth on Tuesday, and the other two teams are Midas. That's right, Mark?
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Nothing wrong with the tyres.
No, we haven't been very successful against Eastbourne in the time that I've been at Plymouth. And, I'll be testing their tyres.
Yeah. Hey, and I will go. And I know people come in and out of watching this, and I don't want to be misquoted, but I am magically happy for Magic. He come on our show, one of the top riders in the world, showed loyalty to the original Speedway Chat Show. He come on. He was a great guy. I wish him all the best. We said we wanted him to win a world title, and we think he deserves to. Taking nothing away from Magic and Artem, but Christoph has put this whole spin on it that, something's not right there. Seamus not on a weekend. I'd driven home down from Eastbourne. Come on, mate. Put in a bit of effort. Ipswich British crowd of 2,200.
I think that's supposed to be 2020, is it? Oh, no, it's crowd of 2,200. Christ.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. So here we go. What do you guys think about the British final being at Ipswich? I'm just happy there's a British final. I think that's what we all need to be appreciative of, is regardless of the track, regardless where it is, we just need to be appreciative that if you've got an opportunity to go and smell the skinny bikes live this year, take it, support the sport as much as you can, support promoters like Mark, who are obviously putting things on the line at reduced crowds, etc. Go there and get what you can while you can, because we just don't know what's around the corner in terms of live events still, do we? So how's your toes, Mark?
Yeah, they're fine, mate. They're good. I was just to say, in answer to David Rawlinson's thing about running at the weekends, we are scheduling some matches in October on Saturdays. Okay. So hopefully Dave Rawlinson can come down and say hi to all the guys at Plymouth. Ian Jordan as well, obviously he'll be there to make him feel at home a little bit more. Ian also is the director at Eastbourne Speedway, as well as commercial director at Plymouth. It's where all the links are coming in from Eastbourne. It's it's great.
I can't repeat that message. I just got a message. I can't repeat it. Wow. Okay. Honey Sanford. Geez, I've known you for years and years. Having an operation, whatever that is for, darling. Hope it goes well. Keep safe, and I'm pretty sure you'll get to any Speedway meeting given the opportunity. Gary, can you just somehow let us know what you mean by this? If the bikes are not tested after the GPs, how did they know someone is on a 600 school bike, etc.? I'm lost on that one. So yeah, if you can elaborate, Gary, mate, we'll try to get to it. Well done, guys, bringing the tie. Yeah, and that's all it is. It is a debate. If it comes out what Christoph has said is true, then us, the viewers, are being robbed of potentially, your favourite rider, not being on a level playing field. And that's all it is, guys. And we're not being negative about it. I love a bit of controversy. I feel like putting on an Atlas tyre now on my street car and just driving down the car wash it. 100. That doesn't make sense, does it? David Robertson, don't shoot the messenger. I told you I'm on one tonight. Don't shoot the messenger. No, good, because I've got these earmuffs on in salute to Chris Holder, our new Sky or BT. Oh, geez, said Sky then, didn't I? BT pundit. What a guy Crispy Holder is. Gives me all the muck about these and then goes wears them at the Grand Prix. He's a good reporter, by the way. Should take over. Enough of the tyres. We've done that one. Any more comments? Because we don't want to miss anyone. Certainly, I'll bring the family. Oh, okay. Yep. People going down. Great show. 600cc bike. Yeah, I get that. I don't understand. Think you'll try. Don't forget your testing. Duffrey Nick. Don't forget your tyre testing, Duffrey Nick. Yeah, cool.
Oh, that's the Nick.
All right. Oh, come on. We just need 7 more likes, and I'll shut up. If you want that, no, people won't like them, will they? So, if you just joined us, we got Mark Phillips here from Plymouth Gladiators Speedway, who is super excited that next Tuesday, the 8th of September, 2020, at 7 p.m. UK Standard Time. Mark.
Yeah, UK Standard Time. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock is the kickoff.
Yeah.
Nice
I like to say UK Standard Time, Mark, because this is a live show from start to finish, and everything we do is live. And then when people comment and ask a question tomorrow, and then they say, how come you didn't answer me? Because it's not live. So at the start of the show, there was about 60 tickets left to get down and watch Plymouth next Tuesday. Go and support Plymouth Speedway, 3-team tournament. It's going to be the future of British Speedway. They always produce good racing, the youngsters. A little bit of inconsistency. Mark, we wish you all the best for it, mate. Hope it sells out. And if I can get down there and get on the mic and rev things up, mate, I will be there. It just, 99 likes. Oh, he's back. Me mate that always gives the angry face. Same bloke. I know who you are. It's all right. If you want to do it.
Can I just say, Chelsea, that I am trying to get a fixture in for the following week on the 15th.
Okay, great stuff. Yeah, carry on. Talk away.
We're waiting for Eastbourne to get their lockdown lifted. Not Eastbourne. We're waiting for Leicester's lockdown situation to get lifted. So it might be Leicester coming down on the 15th. But on the 22nd, we've got Great British Young Lions coming down. So it's Plymouth Gladiators versus the Great Britain Youngsters. It's going to be an epic meeting. That's on the 22nd.
Excellent, mate. Well, so things are starting to get traction. I just hope after all the hype, all the talk about people missing their speedway, I really sincerely hope they get behind Plymouth next Tuesday, the 8th of September, for what will just be, look, it's a great part of the world as well. Get out, some nice shops around as well. Get there and support Plymouth Speedway in their endeavour to bring you live speedway. We know you've worked hard, Mark. We've been down, Jerry and I, and watched you on the track, and you put a lot of effort in. The new stand, by the way, looks amazing. Great viewing of the whole complex. And 101 likes. My job's done. Good night, Jerry.
There you go.
See you later.
No, it's great at Plymouth now. It was great before, but it's you put a lot of work in over the winter, and then to have the whole COVID situation. It'll be good to see the young lions there as well. They're going to sort of blow it up. So, Charlesy, will you be there the following week?
What day is that?
15th, Tuesday.
Yeah, Mark just said, Jerry, why are you repeating it, mate? I listen. Well, I just need a bit of advance because I get one day off in the week, so it might have to be a Tuesday, eh?
Yeah.
Look, thanks to everyone for messaging. Oh, Barney Kennett. Geez, he loves Facebook, doesn't he? My whole feed, because I don't have many friends, my whole feed's filled up with Barney Kennett. Always doing something. You said about sponsorship. I meant each meeting the same tyre, then the next meeting a different tyre. That would keep the sponsor happy. Okay. Yeah, look, we're not about keeping anyone happy. We just want people within the rules. And when someone of someone's stature comes out and blatantly says these tyres aren't what was approved, maybe we'll ask the questions and put it out there. And at this level, everyone deserves to be on an even playing field. Hope everyone get it. If you didn't get it, just watch the show back. Gives us more views and minutes, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
And if you watch it back, you've got to donate a star.
We have got one here that I'll. What's happened about the bike idea about us building one? I did speak to Martin Hagan a while ago, and he did suggest that he may have a bike that he could allocate to us. He has an arsenal of bikes that he gives to riders throughout the season on his like sponsorship scheme that he does, and there is some scope there that we might be able to do that. But I think while the season's going on, it's busy at the moment with both of us with work. I think it will be something that will be done over the winter, which will give us great content.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Mark, whilst you're there, mate. Stephen Finlay, always contributing. Hi, Stephen. How are you tonight, mate? Plymouth running a youth championship round.
Unfortunately, I can't. I've got planning restrictions on at the site. The site is actually very restricted on what I can do and what I can't do. And I'm only allowed to run 21 races of an evening, changed it up to 25 on a championship round. Well, 25 races is not enough for the youth championship.
Right.
They generally bang in about 40 odd races. So, unfortunately, I can't do it.
Okay. Well, there you go. Answer the question, though. And speaking of youth, I seen on Facebook, and I apologise, but I know his name's Luke. He won the 250 final in what I can only describe as emphatic fashion. So find that video. It was two guys apparently are the cream of the 250 divisions at the moment, coming down the main straight at Plymouth, and 250s get a bit of speed on. They were elbow to elbow. What's that?
At Plymouth?
No, at Kings Lynn, sorry.
No, Kings Lynn, yeah. Yeah, Kings Lynn it was, yeah.
Yeah, Luke, congratulations, mate. What a ride. Keep doing that and you'll go along. Luke Harrison, thank you very much, Teresa. Mate, big shout out to anyone that wins a championship. Also on the other side of the pond, Mr. Wilbur Hancock won the National 250. Big shout out, Wilbur. Big fan of the show, always watches, we hope. Now that there's another show going, he might not, but you know. And look, nothing controversial here. Did all you guys watch Talking Dirt? What did you find of Speedway having a separate segment? Just quickly in the comments if you've watched it. I know a few people said they weren't into Rallycross, but yeah, what was your thoughts of that? I think Speedway Anything Initiative moves. Well done to Joe and Monster for putting another bit of half an hour onto our screens, I guess, onto Facebook. Yeah, well done, Luke. Thank you, Joe. Oh, I know it's a great show. Jerry's involved. Barney, it's a bit emotional for this time of the night, but I love you too, Barney. Didn't watch it. Yes, enjoyed it. Didn't really like it. Yeah, look, it's a mixed bag. Not everyone likes this show. We're happy with that. There's only one or two of you out there, but especially that guy that always gives me the angry face. I know who he is. I want to message him, but my missus says just leave him alone. Let him do his angry face every show. It's the same bloke every show. Madness.
No, it's not a bloke this time.
Oh, isn't it?
Just hover your mouse over the thing, and it will tell you who it is.
No way. That surprised me.
Yeah.
I said her name. I read out her name as well. I take it back. No, just joking. She must have misclicked. Hey, you got a few haters, Mark, no doubt?
There might be one or two. Yeah. There's always something in it.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. A lot of people didn't watch it. Is there any reason why you did it? Was it the timing? Was it the platform? Just didn't get home? It's it's crazy. I'll just go over what I said before. If you just joined, I was just disappointed there wasn't no viewer engagement for you guys, because I love how much the Speedway people like to get their opinions across and get it. So look, we're trying to. I do feel sorry for this fella, because I do think he'd done enough to sort of get some filming roles for that. So hopefully we'll get him on there doing some of his outrageously good cinematography, because you're brilliant at that, Jerry. You really are, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Speedway Overdose. TC and I were hitting all the buttons.
Todd
Anyway,
Kurtz?
the Craig. No, that's TK. The Craig Boyce.
TK, yeah.
Does anyone want to hear what happened to Craig Boyce? And if you don't know,
Let's go for it.
Right. So I'm in bed the other morning at about I don't know. It was 8 o'clock or something. And Boise always messages before he rings. So he say, Charlesy, can you talk? Yeah, go on then. But then when he rings, my missus was in the bed, and I don't know whether to put loudspeaker because you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. So anyway, he says, Charlesy, I'm in pain. I'm in pain, Charlesy. I'm done. I'm done for 6 weeks. I said, bloody hell, mate, what's happened? He said, Molly, she's a bit of a fighter. She sort of kung fu kicked him, as he described it, and he's fell.
Who's Molly?
His daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, kicked him, and he's gone 5 foot backwards onto the steel frame of the bed, and he goes, I went down like a bag of poo. I said, are you all right? He said, no, mate. He said, I'm not. So I go to the doctors, and before the doctor even looked at the X-ray, he read the note. He said, mate, you've broken the rib,
Coccyx.
right? No, his rib right at the back. He's done his coccyx, done his back. He said, but I haven't been in that much pain. He says, so they dosed me up on some pills or whatever he's talking about. He's gone to bed, and he's woke up at 2:30 in the morning to do a wee, but he couldn't get out of bed because of the pain. So he reckons he stumbled out, and he's had to go to the toilet like a girl because he couldn't stretch and stand up. And then he's got back to bed, but because he was kneeling down, he couldn't get back into bed. Oh, mate. So he's out for 6 weeks. He's just got the worst injury in the world. It was funny because I think when he was talking to me, he was dosed up on the old cocodamol, whatever they give him. Right. So a couple more before we get going, and a last word from Mark. Scunthorpe versus Leicester. Mix the youth into their meeting Monday. What's your thoughts on that? It worked great. More racing for the paying public. I think that's one for you, Mark. There is it, mate?
Yeah, I think it was great that they mixed it. They do a lot of it on the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight always tends to bring out lots of youth, and especially before the meetings. For me, again, I've got planning restrictions, 21 races. It's difficult. If I bring the youth in, there's only one at the moment, which is Ben Trigger, who is going really well. Local Plymouth lad. He's just finished 7th, I think, in the 125 World Championship.
Right.
Czech Republic last week.
Excellent.
So I've only got one local one, and to bring the other boys down for 1 or 2 rides, I don't think it'll work, to be honest. If we've got more youngsters in the area that will travel, then yes. But I've got 5 races to play with for the second half as such, so yeah, it's difficult for me.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, well, that answered that. And just to make sure I haven't missed anyone, no, I don't know whether. Oh, hey, we're all good. Thanks. Mega proud of him. Who are you
Robert
proud
Lambert's
of,
mum.
Yeah, I know. I was just messing. And hello again to my friend Mary Alice McClellan from Glasgow. She's one of my #1 fans. I love her. She's good. Hope you're doing well in Glasgow. Okay.
Cool.
Good chat.
So, we've got. I think we've got an announcement. Is that right? We're going to announce what we're talking about earlier, Mark, later in the week.
Yep.
Or are we allowed to? Oh, we've sold 12 tickets since we've been on the show for Plymouth.
Oh, well done.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
48 left.
How much are the tickets, Jerry? He's got to work out my commission on that.
It's 2 Polish sausages, I think.
Oh, mate, done. Mate, if you go down the,
he would have done it for one. He would have done it for one.
Would have done it for a half.
I'll have a look, and if I've got any oversized hats, I might even let you have a hat.
Oh, Gordon Meekins.
I don't know if I can do them that big.
Thanks for watching, Gordon. Sorry I missed you. We are trying to go from top to bottom, but sometimes the topics are the wrong way around. Trying to say later on, really appreciate your support, your viewers, and I think we're nearly out of 3,000 like or follow status, aren't we, Jerry? As well, which is pretty good.
What was it? We was at earlier. We was at. I can't see where it is, but we was like 190 away from 3,000 followers, which
that's nothing, mate. That's nothing.
Is yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. I've enjoyed the chat tonight. So hopefully we've cleared up anything around the tyres. Have a look at the link Jerry put on. He put it on somewhere. If you're not my friend on Facebook and you want to get in touch and give me an opinion and you don't want to put it on air, I'm open. I accept everyone. So yeah, I get a lot of viewers messaging me on Messenger. I always reply when I can. So if you want to add me on Facebook, I think I've got over 100 now, which is pretty good for me in the national nobody and all of that. What's this one? Missed most of the show. We'll watch it on catch up. No worries, Steve. Can't get enough of Jerry anyway. I can't. I always watch him back. He's a good-looking kid, isn't he? Mark Phillips, once again, mate. Hope it all goes well on Tuesday. I'm going to do my absolute best to get down there, pal. Liven up the stadium, buddy.
Thanks for the chance to come on.
Thank you, mate. You're guys that actually bring us Speedway, the promoters, and we obviously like to give you your fair viewing time, mate, because you don't yell at us anymore, which is nice. Cheers, Mark. Have a good night, fella.
And you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers. See ya.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good chat. Good chat. Great racing. Great racing on the weekend. Really pumped about that. Where's the next track at?
It's Gorshoff.
Okay. That's Bartos's home track, isn't it? Look, I just got a friend's request. Yeah.
There you go.
Michael Cantwell. You are now my friend, Michael Cantwell. Chris Neve, pleasure's all mine. Paul Griffiths, my man. Oh, hang on. They're coming in thick and fast. Gail McCarthy, we are now friends.
There we go.
See, Jerry, how many you got?
I don't accept people. Not because I'm. Yeah. No, when I was a magician,
Jez.
No, when I was a magician, I had 5,000 friends, and I had to go through, and I didn't know most of these people, and I had to go through gradually and sort of delete them, because I had people going through, looking at my pictures from years and years ago and commenting on photos of like my family and things like that, and I was like, okay, there's got to be a separate thing there. So yeah. So anyway, Plymouth next Tuesday. Right. It'd be great to see as many of you as possible. I will definitely be there.
Oh, madness.
There you go. Yeah, I will definitely be there. Charlesy hopefully will be there. And there is another announcement that's going to come out very soon that will be happening for next Tuesday. So keep an eye on our social media. We will keep you updated. And yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll get Charlesy there as well.
Yeah, look, gonna try pop down, mate. Absolutely, but new career, new start. We'll go from there. But really love the interaction with you guys. I like these candid ones, and I think Speedway needs a bit of that. Look, we'll get our points across. We do give you your option to give your point across. I want to see fans on the show. I want to see you on video, and we can get some comments. I want to do that. We don't really have many people that really want to get on here, do they? But if you ever did, flick me a message, give me a reason to bring you on with a constructive conversation, and we'll go from there. Mate, brilliant. So happy for Plymouth and being granted start. So happy for Mark and his team. I think that'll sell out now. If it was only 60 and they've sold 14, so probably less than 50 tickets left to go see some real tight oval track speedway racing at a really good venue and a really nice part of the world. So really happy for Mark and the new stand and Ian Jordan put the money into it. It's good.
The racing at Plymouth is always good, so it doesn't matter if you're a Plymouth, Eastbourne or Isle of Wight fan. The racing's always good. It's a nice, small, tight track.
Yeah.
it's going to be good. And like I said, the venues now is better. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good start to the new era of Plymouth Speedway, I think.
Teresa Christ, no, don't mind typing comments. Yeah, we get that. It's easier to write something in it, but hopefully, I'll put it out there. If anyone wants to come on the show and have a constructive conversation or just tell us how this year's made you feel with no Speedway and whatever, come on. Like we're a live interactive Speedway chat show, aren't we, Jerry?
Yeah.
Did I turn the right way then? Yeah.
You did, yeah. Ian Jordan's message saying that you get 15 quid and a cup of tea, Childsy, as your commission.
All right.
No, I think he's joking. You ain't getting 15 quid.
Oh, I'm not getting 15 quid. Damn.
No, and he said if you come down, he'll give you an Eastbourne T-shirt.
Syrian Frost, we are now friends. Tanya, no, it's not the local track. I do it in about hour and 50, I think. Jez, was it? We worked out. I got down there in about an hour and 50. If you just hop on at the Cauldron and head down, nice, easy to get to, over the 7, down the 49, down the 5, and you're there. It's a nice little drive. Allow 2.5 hours if you want to dawdle. There are some closer tracks, but I think Somerset and Swindon. But in terms of the only track now, Tanya, yeah, that's the one. Gordon Meetons, I don't know what the question mark's for. Already said hello to you, but I'll say hello again. Get Boise and I will come on. Yeah, look, Boise will, and I'll be totally honest with you. It's just purely around the time, and it's the time difference sucks.
Didn't he say that he'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to come on our show?
I think that might have been me saying, you'd have to get up at 4. But yeah, no, we'll get him on. We might just have to push the show back an hour or something like that. And Boise, he'll tell it how it is. So let's wait till there's something to really discuss and get face on. But I think we need a couple of shows with him. I'll donate a kilo of sugar. Is that you spending ticket making a net? Is that you? Is that what you got the speeding ticket for? Make it. Now, I didn't get a speeding ticket. That was just cruising, I think. But if I was to make it down by start time on Tuesday, I'd have to get there in an hour and 20, and that's a speeding ticket. Talking about why Speedway's never mentioned on Sports Palette. Yeah, cool. Tomorrow, I want to come on. Let's get it sorted. You say, okay. This is where it gets hard. Go on, Jerry. How would you pronounce it? Kieran Frost. Kieran Frost. We are now friends. Don't unfriend me because I pronounced it wrong. Childsy, did you use the spanner for Craig Watson in the Newport days? Absolutely, my friend. I did. I've never heard you say that, sorry. Who'd you spanner for? Yourself, Jerry. Yeah. Good chat. Get Boise, mate. Yeah, I speak to him a couple of times a week. Rich, we'll try and get him on, mate. He's doing nothing. Right, we've just hit 1.5 hours, Childsy. All right. I've been having fun. I knew I would tonight. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go finish the can of bud. All right, guys. It's been great, and so there won't be a Speedway Chat Show as we know it next week, but that will all be revealed later on this week. What's going to happen? It will be next week, but there will be something a little bit different. So we'll speak to you soon. Kieran Frost. And make sure you put those gold stars in if you want to be in for it. Stop asking for money, Jerry. You keep it. You never. If we get to 2,000, we don't make any money. We make no money. Look, we don't make any money. You got. Come on, Jezza. Yeah, okay. Give me one star and get a clock that works. Good chat. Oh yeah, the clock doesn't work. I noticed this earlier. I was like, oh my god, the clock doesn't work. It did work when I put it up. Let's just talk all night. This will be fun. With the situation with the gold stars, at 2,000 gold stars, we actually don't really make any money because Facebook take their bit, and what it costs for us to buy one of those hats is about what we're now friends. Neil Frost, we're now friends. Oh, right. Chelsea don't give a shit, does he? Right, guys. So we're going to shoot. It's been an hour and a half, and it's been a good chat. It's been awesome. And we will see you next week. Madness. Adios. See you guys. Take care.